Hello everybody, this is Talon9ix9, and we're back in the Direwolf20 1.20 Minecraft mod pack. Oh, don't know why I keep brain farting on that, but alright. No advancements here. Oh, I did make this because it was a little faster. It's called a jumbo furnace. And it is a multi-block structure that it's literally, what is it? 9 furnaces, 3 deep. So what would that be? 9 and 9 is 18, and 27 is 27 furnaces. It's a 3 by 3, like 3 deep. It goes 3 back. What was that? Oh, it was probably a merchant. All right, let's sleep in a bed and make these the guys go away. And all right, that's not going to keep happening. That's annoying. Oh. Ow. Oh, hello. You have armor. You have pretty armor. Alright. Did I pick up any pretty armor? Alright, well, something else to show you. I went wandering. And first thing I did was found some bamboo. And then planted it just to see how high I would get. Wow, that is a lot of bamboo. I also put it over there on the sugarcane island I found my sugarcane on, so that there would always be extra in case I run through it. I intend on making a small bamboo farm that will power the Stirling generator. And that Stirling generator is probably just going to go to something like a teleportation pad. I believe you saw me put these in. So I have elevators. I don't know if you saw me make my elevators and put them in. I don't remember. But you crouch, go down a level, jump to go up a level. Down to 15, went down to 60. All right, I did not put the other one in. I have another level in which I found some amethyst. And just to be honest, yes, I did use a map with the seed, which I intend to now put the seed in the description. I probably should go back and I'll put it in all the descriptions. But to be honest, I did also use the map to find the bamboo. But I physically walked there, or shipped there. I rode myself over there. Boop. All right. It's a lot for it to take in. Yeah. Oh, and I died. Look, I died over there too. But yeah, over here is a bamboo jungle. I went straight for it. I also found this. Still haven't been there, obviously, because this black is here. But eventually we'll get to that village. Apparently when I visit villages, it allows the villagers to die, so I don't know. Maybe I should be ready to build walls or something. Bring like a couple feral flare lanterns to keep stuff away from the villagers. Um, I wanted to do some upgrades today. What is, oh, appetite. I don't care about appetite. Um, I need to make a bunch of machines. That's what I was going to do. And I cleared out a room over here to actually make a bunch of machines. So, why are these? Oh, I was also going to do some Botania. Okay, so let's get rid of all this rat stuff. You're a Botania. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of Botania off screen and then be like, oh, how did you do that? Um, so, ooh, ooh. All right, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do that to start. All right. Then we'll do this. Get white dye. That's it's dye. All right. And I will explain this in a second. So it can be any dye, so you could actually do this with regular Minecraft flowers. That's actually a wonderful update to Botania, is you used to have to do this with petals, and then they made it so that you could do it with dye. It is any 4 dye and some bone meal, and you make floral fertilizer. So I suppose if I have extra flowers, I could fix this. Do I have any? Yes. Oh, that'll work. I only need 1. That'll do, donkey. There. That's a different chest, but whatever. Then you come out here, where there are now no mods. Ugh. Control is run. You gotta remember that. We don't mess with our bamboo farm. Oh, that's where all the... Oh, I got plenty of flowers. I can... Do these get bigger? Some of the flowers have this like really cool cheat you can do. No, nothing happened. Go away. Um, I just got rid of these and then I picked one up. All right. Okay. You just get some random Botania flowers. Takes all vanilla Minecraft stuff in the recipe, gives you some gives you ability to start Botania without actually having anything from Botania. Now, if you have the petals, I don't know if I made this either, so we can. What is it? T? Is it T? No. Oh crap! There's a button here. Ah, R. That's good to know. I always forget that one. So if you go over anywhere in here, and let's say for logs, because I know there's recipes for logs, and you hit U without there being anything in the, you're not highlighted down here, you're not typing, you hit U, it'll show you what you can use it in. If you hit R, it tells you how to make it. So any 5 wool and either some sort of shimmering mushroom or a petal from a mystical flower will make flower pouch. And the flower pouch holds your flowers. All your single flowers up here, all your tall flowers down here. Tall flowers will happen naturally. You'll see them in natural world gen. Or if you hit a regular flower with some bone meal, which would have been a better use of that bone meal than hitting the purple flower. That'll do it. I also had to make this, so I doubt it will show me because this is the eccentric tome. So if I do this, oh, it will show me how to make the book that's active. Oh, that's cool. I made Alexia Botania because it was not made yet. You need a book and any sapling. Again, does not need anything from Botania to make it. I thought that was a wonderful upgrade. I believe before it used to be a flower, and now they make it a sapling. Now, we open said book, and there's basics and mechanics. This tells you about the book itself and how to make it, which is really funny that the book tells you how to make the book. Whatever. Maybe that's if the mod pack person or if gives you the book automatically, they tell you the recipe so that if you want to make more, you can. I don't know. Mystical flowers. It tells you about the mystical flowers, how you need all these flowers. You can make petals. You get petals from just throwing them in a crafting grid. Throwing the petals in a crafting grid, you get the dyes. Throwing the dye in with bone meal, you get fertilizer. For the tall flowers, you get twice as many petals. Oh, you can make petal blocks. That's new. That's interesting. I don't think these are used in anything, but if you're limited on storage, I suppose that could help. Or if you want to build with them. That was fascinating. That's news. There's also a welcome to Botania. I'm not going to read all of this. I mean, this is stuff that you can read on your own. Plus, my patchouli's acting weird. I don't know if it's the edition, if it's my computer. This is the next most important thing. I need to make a petal apothecary. This place in the world, blah blah blah. I know how it functions. You toss stuff into the petal apothecary. You need to fill it with water. Ooh, I wonder with pedestals if I could do that. Could you move water with the pedestals? Ooh. I might have found a way to automatically fill this. That would be cool. The last time that this could auto be filled was when Blood Magic had an item that auto filled. It was meant to autofill cauldrons, but it would autofill the petal apothecary as well. And ever since then, like pipes don't fill the petal apothecary. It has to be like an activation from a bucket. So we'll see if we can automate that because having that autofill is awesome. Clicked. Give me back the petal apothecary. All right. Mushrooms, petals. So it requires petals and cobblestone. I thought there was 3. I thought there was 3. Hold on, let's petal path. Oh, there's plenty. There's more than 3. All right. That's with cobble. Oh, that's with deep slate cobble. Living rock. Oh, can't do that until you use it though. Mossy, rosy talc. Cobbled rosy talc. All right. Lunite, solite, I don't have any of these. All right. I might just go to a living rock one when I can, just because it's prettier. Oh, it's showing all the recipes. You can right click to do the same thing as you as well. So if I click on it, it does what R does, and right click does what U does. But if you were in an inventory, clicking does that. So R does that, and U does that. Why the keys make a difference, that's all. I guess I'll just use cobble because I've got metric butt ton of it. And yes, it is a metric butt ton. It's so much more than a imperial butt ton. And again, I try to use the petals that I'm going to have the most of at that any given time. I don't need sunlight. I just need water. All right, now back to the book. Oh, wait. Nummy. All right. My wonderful baked potato. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I got to the point where I explained the baked potatoes, but... So, potatoes, so much easier. As long as you got something to cook, you can cook them. I also found a use for that oil crude over there. It burns 50 items instead of 8, like the coal. So I don't have any use for pneumaticraft, so in the furnace it goes. Do I have any more potatoes? I guess not. Oh, I put them right there. 50 items, that'd be a waste. Let's just take those and we'll wait. Yeah. Back to the book. All right. That was the end of that. Pure Daisy. Pure Daisy is the next thing I'm going to need. And we craft... Oh, I'm going to need a wand too. So I'm going to need living wood. I put either 4 white shimmering mushrooms or 4 white petals. Did I get enough white? Ooh. You know what? I'm going to cheat just a little. We are going to get bones back. And I'm going to get a bunch. Dark out. All right. I have also done some Enderman hunting. So I do have some pearls. It's not much. There we go. Let's go way over here, away from all that stuff. All right. We're going to plant the flower. And we're going to make the flower grow. And if you have a steady supply of skeletons, let's say a skeleton farm, it is worth it to grow all of your flowers up. It's literally one bone meal doubles the output of the flower. Does that recipe not show the right thing? I think you have to read this to understand that. I do believe you also need seeds, which means a wheat farm is useful. Let me look through this real quick. Netherrack purifies into cobblestone, sandstone into shard. Mesh into obsidian. Water into something. Ice into packed ice. Oh, water into snow. You can make you can make snow with the daisy. You could actually have an infinite snow corner because it only affects within one block in every direction of it. However, water will wash it away, so you need to do it only in the corners so that you can keep the water from affecting the flower. Shift to stop animation, blank canvas, start your adventure. All right. Oh, because I'm holding the book. Yeah, it wants seeds. See, it actually has this little icon under the arrow, and it can use any seeds. That is actually good to know that it's any seeds. So actually, if you find any plant that'll reproduce seeds, you can use those. Now, let's say I wanted to put this somewhere. Did not think this out. I need a room. This is not the room I want to do this in. And I feel like that is not the direction to go, and I put my stairs here. Are we on one? We're on a single block. All right. But not precision. To 3. Thought I put more on it. Well, just so you know, it does have a magnet, a light placer, Fortune 3, which I think maybe you saw Fortune 1, which has helped me a lot with getting diamonds, and Efficiency 3. I also upgraded Efficiency. So it moves a lot faster if my computer doesn't lag. 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh boy. And that's the back of the furnace. So we're good there. Well, it's a little better. Or not. Alright. Yeah, that was an annoying way to do that, but it works. Now, I don't remember if that turns to snow and that turns to ice. So let's just leave it as it is. And we will need their block. Oh, and I also did upgrade to tier 3 in these so that I could store more. Oh, I can't switch that out. That won't work. Okay. Well, it's instantly going to change all the stone, so we'll let it do that, and we'll see if it does anything to the water. It looks like it might be. Let's get our living rock first. Another thing we could probably automate with pedestals. Because I could filter the pedestal to only pick up or break the materials that it causes. Alright. While we wait for this to do its thing, because, you know, watch kettle and all that, what else do we need? Wand of the Forest, so we're going to need wood. We're going to need... Oh, yeah, it does make... So I bet if I put a source block there, it will make... it'll make ice. And then if I leave it there, it'll turn it into... Oh, that's funny. It'll turn it into packed ice. Oh. Oh, I... We'll let you do your thing. And this is so much faster. Alright. Let's see if I have any wood chunks laying around. I've been turning it all into coal, so... Cool. There we go. That'll work. Alright, now back to the book. Wand of the Forest, which is the next thing we're going to make. Need living twigs. And mystical petals. Yes, and the petals actually affect what it looks like. So, I mean, it shows it with gray, gray, white, because that's what it started with. So yes, I do specifically... My favorite color is orange. I like making sure I have orange petals. Ooh. Hold on. Snowballs. I have 4 snowballs. What happens if I got snowballs? Living wood, but I don't need blocks. I need twigs. Shift click for recipe. Alright. Does it literally want me to do this to make a twig? When it makes living planks. Hold on. What is that used for? It has a number of things it's used for. Alright. Smoky quartz. Blaze quartz. Alright, all these different quartz. Okay, cool. Alright, well, I guess what we want to do is this. It might not be enough. It was... 3. Alright. Sometimes I make a second flower because of this. And this snow is actually for something else. It is actually for... Wait for my computer to catch up, because it's being really slow for some reason. I have no clue why. No, that's the light placer. Freezing. This is fun. So, I have enough. I don't even need that. I have enough. Let's go make this now. No, I don't have an EDD moment at all. I only need 2 of those. I think I need 4 of these. That was 5. I think I need 2 of those. Right? Make a blank. Yes, and a pane of glass, which should still be in here. And we're going to make frost. We're going to make that. That. We're going to come over here real quick and fall in the hole, which is why I did that. Oddly enough, this goes below. I cannot jump out. It is not a full block. It's dumb. So, put this in there, put this in there, and now I don't have to worry about lava. And it has a really convenient effect in water too, which I'll probably demonstrate at another time. I also messed with the volume a little, so I'm going to see how this music comes out, if it's too loud. But I realized having the volume where I had it, the music wasn't coming through at all. So when I wasn't talking, it was dead silent, and it bothered me. So I had a huge lag spike for some reason. I'm not on a server. I am playing a single player game on my computer. It tweaked out. So, we're just gonna have to do this all over again. Before I actually do this, Light placer. Alright. If I'm right, it should be this. Oh, probably got them mixed up. There we go. Blank upgrade. This is when it crashed, so let's see. Oh, I do have more in there. Look at that. I also did the 3x3, and I also did the range. One. That is tier 1 of ranged. And I need nether quartz to get the higher battery. I was talking about the rain and the volume, and okay, so I reduced weather and I increased music, and we'll see how that works out. Other than the game crashing, of course. That was not planned at all. Just so you know, it took me like at least 10 minutes to get back in. So, let's get back into this Botania book and see. I still got things I haven't read in here. Black Lotus. This is not known for growth. No known sources of locust at this time. Each bloom contains a good deal of concentrated. It can be released by dissolving it inside. I think it creates mana. But again, my book seems to be messed up, and it's really frustrating. Flower pouch, don't need to read this. I already have one. Okay. But in case you wanted to see, there's your recipe. I already showed you in JEI, so. Now the next thing would be generating mana and mana manipulation. Introduction to mana. Mana is the magic source in this, so what they use for magic. You can read this on your own. I'm not going to waste time. Oh, and they don't have it. But they do mention this stuff. Mana spreaders, mana pools. And mana generators. Here, learn how to use endoflames or hydrangeas, mana spreaders, and mana pools. So endoflames and hydrangeas are the highest, are the lowest, and they're the easiest to just keep using. I don't think endoflames disappear. You can just keep throwing fuel at them. Hydrangeas are the most passive, so the flower eventually burns itself out and just disappears. You have to keep remaking it. Passive generators, they suck up any still water, so water source blocks, in a 3x3 area, so the 8 blocks around the flower, which again, even though it seems to function faster during rain, their base low. They decay after 3 days, making them non-viable for long-term mana production. But you could make an intricate room if you wanted to use all these petals. But you'd have to keep making the flowers and replacing them. Where an endoflame, on the other hand, the amount of time it takes to burn through is about half the time it would for a furnace. There's a few small caveats, though. The endoflame will not burn anything that leave byproducts in the furnaces. lava buckets, which leave the buckets behind. Furthermore, the flower can only burn around 2 something of coal worth of fuel at once. If any single fuel item with a larger burn time is used. Oh, it's a certain amount of burn time, which I don't know what that is. The efficiency will be lost. So it caps out at a certain time. So if there's like some super duper piece of coal that you can make and drop it that gives you like 2 million ticks, it probably will, it'll take it, but it will reduce it down to the max that it can do. So it might waste it. So blocks of coal work. I think blocks of coal would be fine. And each flower will grab 1 item and burn it. So to proper automatable flow. Yes, because it requires stuff to be dropped on the ground and it will just keep going. So this is probably the best flower to use. Still might try hydrangea just in case. Just because honestly, we could probably work something out. I mean, you don't need that spot anymore, so you could probably go somewhere else, and I could put the hydrangea right there and put the other source block and make an infinite loop right there, and it'll just keep sucking from that. So, but this will need to be, let's just make a whole bunch of this wood, just cause. We're gonna go back into here and go back in here and look at the pure daisy. Stone blocks. Has to be stone. Okay. Well, the easiest thing is to just move you over. Oh, that's right. I'm charging that. Okay. Do. Actually, what would be really cool? Oh, it can't take it. I don't think it can take a. Hold on, let me see this. I think I tried this and it won't take it. Nope. Can't burn that. It burns whatever a furnace burns, which is funny because the furnace will burn it. Huh. Ooh. That's good to know. And just take a random guess, and I guessed right. And I believe I should be able to just pick you up. There. And we'll... It's better off to replace those now. It could just be a pretty decoration side. That's fine. Um, Whoa. Why is there stone there? That shouldn't have been possible. That's weird. It shouldn't be able to affect that far out. It only affects a block on each side. Going back to this. There are some really cool things that you can do with Botania, and we haven't gotten there yet. We're doing mana manipulation. Generating flora. Endoflame. Oh, it really wants you to just start there. So I would need brown. Brown. I think I can. There we go. Light gray. You hold shift and it stops it from moving. And red. All right. All right, I got brown. Light gray. And red. And these recipes don't stack either. So it's not like I can throw all the ingredients in there for 2 flowers and pop 2 flowers out. No, I can do 1 flower at a time. Rice seeds, thistle seeds. I don't know if I'm ever going to need thistle seeds. Or purple grape seeds. So should be able to do this. Wait, what? That didn't work. So the thistle seeds didn't work. Neither did the purple grape seeds. All right. Cucumber seeds. I really think it only wants me to use. Here. Wait. Can I use you to get seeds? Sagmill is a 20% chance. No. All right. That's what we can just do it this way. Electric magic. All right. We're getting some achievements now. Here we go. Put you in there. Right click with an empty hand. Oh, this is fun. All the stuff goes right in. So as long as you want the same thing again, if you have an empty hand, which is really good if you just empty your belt and put the stuff in your belt you need, or one version of it, I don't know, or however you want to do it, just the stuff you need in your belt. If you can put the water buckets there, just fill up a bunch of water buckets and put the seeds in your belt, and then make sure you have an empty hand. You can just click and it will take the petals and toss them in there. And then you can do that. And, well, I mean, in theory, if I wanted to, I could just... I do believe the flowers need to be in dirt. So, I mean... no sense in... Just, that made more sense. There. Just saying. That made a whole lot more sense. uh... Do-do-do-do-do-do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Burn that. Just because it was dark. All right. No, I want thingies first. I want still need wood for these, so it sounds awfully loud. All right. That still sounds loud. So we need a mana spreader. Basic mana spreader. Uses copper? Since when? Just uses straight up wood. Alright. And we got a petal hanging out. We got a petal hanging around, so this is cool. That's a brick. That's not copper. Okay. Now we need a mana pool. think, yeah, they have a diluted mana pool in case like you really couldn't make much living rock, or you're being stingy with it. You can make a smaller mana pool. You just turn the living rock into rock slabs, and you can make a diluted mana pool. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Just there should be cobble all around you, and you should be able to find either coal or wood to cook with. You can make stone. You can let it make more living rock. Like, the full mana pool is so much more worth it. For right now, we'll put it in the center of the room. And um, there is not an easy way to get right there. Now give me that back. Oh, that works. I should be able to click and click, right? No, shift, click, shift, click, click. Shift. They have nothing. It has nothing. This has nothing. Where's all the mana? There we go. It wasn't transferring. So you shift click and you shift click to link things together. It used to automatically link mana spreaders to flowers that were down, but I actually think it might be a good thing that it doesn't, because it used to cause all sorts of complications if you had two groups of flowers right next to each other and it would auto link and then you'd be like unlinking them and relinking. It's just so much better to make you do the initial link yourself, so that way you know what is linked to what. So um, that could have been bad. So now your mana pool can do other really cool things, which this is not the mana pool. What did you need? You needed blue and cyan. And I doubt I have those. Oh, that's my pouch. There it is. Put you and you down here. No, blue. Oh, and cyan. All right, sure. All right. I should be doing the little trick with the petals and stuff, so I'm not wasting petals, but I am not in the mood right now to deal with this. We're going... So that remaking a recipe thing has a timer on it. If I look at it, it won't ask me that. Even if I had the petals on me, it will not ask me to remake it. It has like a 15-second timer or something. So if I took too long to explain that, that message would have disappeared, and I wouldn't have been able to copy that again like that. So you don't accidentally make a flower like 10 minutes later that you didn't want to make. However, you can, if you have an inventory filled with petals, accidentally make a flower you didn't intend to make. This would be far more effective if it had more source blocks. All right, so this little icon down here, you haven't seen this yet, and I have no cursor to show you, but the little box on the left-hand side is actually, I think they call it a tablet, which is really funny, that this is like a fantasy style magic mod, and they use the term tablet, and it actually looks like what we use for a digital tablet. Um, but the way that the mana pool is set up right now is anything holding mana will be drained into the mana pool. If I shift click like this, now anything in the mana pool will be put into an item that can hold magic or hold mana. That comes in later when you get like a tablet. That tablet can be used to autofill things in your inventory. You can have baubles that do stuff like they used to have one that auto steps up, but I think because of the updates in the game itself, there's already an auto step up. But it was Sojourner Sash was so much better than the auto step up because what you could do, you could turn off the auto step up easily. There's also a magnet that you can turn off. You can make it so that if you crouch, it doesn't magnet, where the other magnets and other mods will continue. Best thing to do is keep to the book. We made both of those first flowers. And we're making mana. It's locked everything else, so there's something else I need to know. What did Oh, I unlocked a runic altar in the basics chapter, so it will continue to unlock things that we will have to understand. Point a mana spreader with a supply of mana, add an altar, and let the mana flow. So the best thing to do there is to put a mana spreader next to a mana pool and link it together so that it is specifically doing this thing. That would be best actually in the center of a room rather than the mana pool. If you pick up the mana pool, you will lose all your mana. So it would be better to make a new mana pool and port it all over, and then pick up that mana pool and use it later for something else. What is this? It is a mana pearl. Oh, you use the mana pool to make this. If we want to see it, we shift click. You literally drop an ender pearl into the mana pool and you get a mana pearl. A diamond, which we get a mana diamond. Oh, iron to get mana steel. All sorts of dye, glowstone, sugar. Sugar, really? I have a whole bunch of sugar. That is good. I can use sugar to make mana powder instead of... Wow. That's an upgrade. That used to be different. I don't remember what it used to be before. Maybe it was just the redstone before. Or the glowstone. I think it was redstone and glowstone before that they added all of these to make mana powder. That's awesome. I'll do it out of sugar because I have a whole bunch of sugarcane. I mean, I just plant it and let it grow. I mean, and because of the new update, 1.20.1, it grows like 4 times taller than it ever used to. Glass becomes mana glass, which has some really cool things that, if I remember correctly, mana glass is really useful. Infused string can be used to remove enchantments. Oh, that's fascinating. And the biscuit of totality. I think it's a superfood or it's a bad thing. I don't remember if the magic biscuit was good. And now I can look at the runic altar. What didn't I finish? Oh, recipes. Yes, you will need it for all of the runes. And you will need the wand for this too, the living wand. So all of these are in here. You use the lower ones to make the upper. What does it say I didn't do? I didn't do something. What? I made it all the way to the end. All right. Done with you. Oh, whole new set of stuff. Wow. Mana rails. Those are new. So mana spreader. Haven't looked at that yet. Here's your recipe because you saw me make it. While holding scaffolding around. I could use scaffolding, especially since I got the. Okay, scaffolding would be a really good thing to just place in. All right. Mana tablet is what I was talking about. This will hold mana. Requires the pearls. So we might. That was the only thing you could do, right? Yeah, it had no other recipe. So to make mana pearls, you need to use ender pearls. Oh my god. All right. Enderman hunting we go. A mana star? Mana star, yeah. Wish upon a star. Miscellaneous flower. The imprecise measurements of the wand of the forest sometimes won't cut it for telling if you're turning a profit or loss on your mana pools. Creating a mana star and placing it next to a pool will have the flower shine red if there is a loss, or blue if there is a profit. The measurement updates every few seconds. Oh, okay. Pulse mana spreader. This is by combining mana spreader with a piece of redstone. A pulse is created, which, as the same applies, fires when given a redstone pulse. Okay. So it will still take in all of its inventory worth of mana. So if you go back to this, oh, oh, lagging again. Hold on. Don't do it. Come back. You got it. You got it. All right. So the little green line shows the amount of mana that the mana spreader has. It's actually going to get up to that little tiny gray dot that goes up. Actually, doesn't even get up that high, and then it sends it. But if you did a pulse mana spreader, it would actually fill until it gets a redstone signal. Now, what would be interesting is if you could use a comparator on it. If you could just put it on the ground and use a comparator on it and tell it to fill up, and then loop its own signal around. So once it was so full, it would start pulsing out. That would be interesting. Otherwise, you could have it like you could push a button like, "Hey, I want to use this device," and flip a switch, and it will start throwing mana around. So that way, you could let a mana pool fill up and link a pulse up to it. I've never done it that way, but I mean, I suppose that would work. You could just set it up with a switch. Nope, last page. Nope, only page. Right. Sparks. Oh, sparks are fun. Sparks are interesting things created from a combination of raw energy and mana. They can be placed only on a few specific mana containing or accepting blocks, notably mana pools. So it's faster than a mana spreader. You actually link two sparks together, and it will send the mana back and forth between them, and it doesn't have to throw it. They kind of sync together. Oh, that's not good. Hmm. All right. I do not know why my game's acting this crazy. So, blaze powder. But that's a normal crafting grid. That's just craft it in the mana detector. The mana detector detects when the mana bursts pass through this block like air and provide a redstone signal for the occasion. This is when this is one of the things that you could cause a pulse to do. When mana goes to here, cause pulse to something or other. You can do other things too. I mean, I don't want to limit it to that because you could cause another machine to activate. Oh, that is fascinating. Passing mana through a field of redstone charge converts it from natural energy to forge energy or tech reborn energy. Any mana bursts received by the flux field are converted into energy and sent to any adjacent acceptors. So literally, if you had a good way of creating mana so that it was just pouring in, you could power stuff with it. Mana lenses are used much later, and you have different ones based on the rituals you combine with them. A mana splitter, worth their weight in flowers, will eventually reach a point where a single mana pool can't hold all of their mana. The mana splitter can fix that issue. Any mana received from mana burst will be split evenly into two mana pools placed on adjacent sides. Did it specifically say two? All right. I think that said all adjacent sides, so I probably could do four mana pools. I did not realize how long this was going, so I mean, if you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. Whoa, that's not how there we go. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. I just changed this book back to the eccentric tome. Um, have a nice day.